Okay, so we are going to be training this evening on follow-up. Beth and I are really excited to do this Backstage Pass call on follow-up because this is the perfect time of year to be following up with all your customers from over the summer and back in the spring. The new catalog is here, and it is a great time to be contacting them and getting in touch with them to see if they're ready to buy some fall products. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen, and Beth and I will get started.
Perfect.
Y'all let me know when you see it.
Now we can see it.
Awesome. All right, so Beth and I are going to tag team this, and we're going to talk a little bit about follow-up. So we're going to start with customer service because, y'all, that is what follow-up is truly all about. It is about customer service and how we can set ourselves apart from every other 31 consultant out there. And good follow-up can truly do that. So customer service is what sets you apart from other consultants in the company. Our most vital asset are our customers. Without them, we would not have a business. When your customers are satisfied, they're not only going to help your business grow, but they're going to continue to recommend you to others. And word of mouth advertising is by far the best advertising out there. You're going to get more customers from your customers, your friends and your customers and your family, and what they share with others, or what's going to be what makes the difference for you. So I'll share with you all a little bit about that follow-up thing. I actually just received an amazing order today because of a customer referral. It was a Facebook customer referral, y'all. She is a friend of mine that does parties with me. She invited me to do a fundraiser with her last year. I did the vendor fundraiser, and she was referred to me just now because the mother of the lady that we were doing the fundraiser for was actually interested in taking things down to Duke. Her daughter passed away of cancer, and she wanted to do a huge order to take to Duke with her. Had I not given the customer service and spent the time that I had, I wouldn't have been recommended. And this mom is placing a $500 order of products to take to Duke. So, follow-up and customer service make a huge difference. So some really important key points about customer service. So know who's boss. Who's boss, right, Beth?
That's right. The customer.
The customer. Right. They are always boss, and we want to make them happy. Now, we're not going to allow them to walk all over us, but we're for sure going to go above and beyond to make sure that they're satisfied. Now, that doesn't mean when a customer calls you a year later and says, my bag is falling apart, and they send you a picture of it, and the bag is ragged, that we're going to replace it with a brand new bag. But if a customer calls you and is having trouble with the product, and they're within the 90 days, we're by far going to take care of it. And you know what I'm going to do for that customer that wants a brand new bag, and her bag is ragged and falling apart? I'm probably going to say, I see that you really love that bag. Let me see what I can do to help you out. And, if she is a good customer to me, I'm going to do what I can to help her out in that circumstance. So be a good listener. Identify and anticipate the needs of your customers. Know what they're going to want before they even ask. Make customers feel important and appreciated. Help customers understand your systems and the way your business works. Appreciate the power of yes. Oh my goodness. That word yes a lot to us in our business. We look for those yeses among all of the no's. And so when you have a customer that is saying yes to everything, you want to make sure that you are keeping them happy. Know how to apologize. When we apologize in direct sales, we have to apologize a little bit more to make them a little bit happier. If something goes wrong, you want to go above and beyond to make them feel appreciated. And to know that you feel bad for what happened. Typically when I have something go wrong, whatever it be, I try to give back to my customer in the apology. So I might give them a discount or even a small free gift to apologize for whatever happened with them. Always give more than expected. If you give more than expected, then you are truly going to make them feel special and they will come back.
So true.
So true. So what can we give customers? Go ahead. You do.
Oh, I was going to do this slide for you. So some discussion points are, what can you give customers that they can't get elsewhere? Y'all, there's no shortage of other 31 women out there. On top of that, there's no shortage of places that people can buy purses and organizational items. Why are they coming to you? What makes you make them feel special and make them want to keep coming back? That is customer service. That is the difference between, and I forget if we talk about this in another slide, I think we do, but that's the difference between a Nordstrom's experience and a Walmart experience. So think about how you feel walking into a higher end nice store and how they treat you and how their salespeople are taught to treat their customers versus going to a Walmart or a Kmart or something like that where you don't always feel super appreciated. At least that's my experience. What can you do to follow up and thank people even when they don't buy? So you guys know, if you do a Facebook party, for example, when I do my Facebook parties, my goal, yes, I always want sales, but my goal is not necessarily just sales that evening. My goal is to start that relationship with that person and get them into my customer group so that I can continue to build upon that relationship and continue to get to know them, because people, you guys know that, do business with people they know, like, and trust. So if they're in my customer group and playing along with me and the stuff I do in there, they're going to get to know me. I'm going to get to know them. We're going to see what we have in common. They're going to grow to trust me and like me, hopefully. And you never know what kind of business they're going to bring to you in the future. What can you give customers that is totally unexpected? You know, and it's not always about money. It's not always product or a monetary thing. It's, you know, if you are friending your customers on Facebook, for example, are you recognizing the little things that are going on in their life? It's things like that that make you more than just that 31 girl and make you slide over into that friend category. So I'm not always the best with this. I go back and forth. You know, we all get busy, but a friend of mine sells for a different company. And one thing that she does is she looks at that Facebook calendar every month of the upcoming birthdays for the entire month and, like, literally writes a list so she doesn't forget to wish somebody a happy birthday. And she runs, even within her customer group, which is, this is, I think, genius, she runs a birthday surprise, like, so everybody who signs in saying, yes, my birthday is this month, for, you know, the month of September, for example, everybody that signs on that post is going to go in a drawing. So when she wishes somebody happy birthday, she'll say, hey, you know, you're not in my customer group yet, but there's a drawing going on just for people with September birthdays. If you want to join, you can enter to win. Genius. I think it's genius.
Smart.
Isn't that so smart?
We got to put that together. That is.
I have not pulled that off. I've been saying since April I was going to do it, and I haven't done it yet, but I think it's genius.
It is.
Right? And then our fourth talking point is get regular feedback. Encourage and welcome suggestions on how you can improve. So that is super important, particularly with your parties, whether they're online or in person. If your customers are saying, oh, you know, you really talked for a long time, or you maybe showed too many videos, or whatever their feedback is, take that to heart. Just because one customer says it doesn't necessarily mean they're all thinking it, but if it's something you're hearing again and again, you want to modify what you're doing to make your customers happier with your whole presentation. Because if there's a few people feeling it, odds are there might be more. So take those suggestions and run with them.
All right. So sharing customer stories. And I believe that Beth has a great customer story about Brighton.
I love Brighton. Brighton is what I gift to my girls when they promote to director. So to my Gen Zero directors, I gift them Brighton. And occasionally for various other occasions after they promoted, they'll get a charm. And Brighton, they put on this, like, special little celebration for their VIPs, basically, which is genius because they're getting us all in the door and they're giving us a gift certificate to use that night and stuff like that. And they're showing us all the new product before everybody else does. And you walk in the door and they're giving you, on a regular day, wine and cookies. On their special VIP night, they're giving you, on a regular day, water and cookies. On VIP night, they've got these gorgeous platters and they've got wine, and they're just offering you all this stuff, and it's just phenomenal. And try that at, it's not going to fly, right? So that is the Brighton experience, and that's not that I'm doing the exact same thing, but that's the feel good that I want to evoke with my customers. I want them to feel like I'm going above and beyond for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I have a different customer experience with Pampered Chef. So there's the great customer experience, and then there's the bad customer experience. So here's my bad customer experience with Pampered Chef. I had done a Pampered Chef party about 3 or 4 years ago, and had a huge Pampered Chef order. The entire order was direct shipped to me. When it came, the box was busted and half the products were missing. Yeah, and the hostess, the Pampered Chef consultant, instead of saying, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe this, let me get this fixed right away," she had me spend hours going through and trying to remember and tell her exactly what was missing from the order. I had no idea, y'all. I didn't even have copies of my customers' order forms, so I couldn't tell what was missing and what wasn't. I eventually had to contact Pampered Chef. I taped up the entire box. They took back what was wrong and sent me a whole new shipment, which came in perfect. But the sales consultant gave me horrible customer service. I mean, she was essentially saying, "Are you sure all that stuff's not there? I can't believe it's not there. You need to make sure you let me know what is and what isn't there so that I can verify that it's really not there." And so she made me feel as if I was in the wrong because the box got busted from UPS. So that's terrible customer service. And I will never do another Pampered Chef party with that particular consultant. At that point, I actually found myself a new consultant. So in an instance like that, oh my, we would have taken care of that right away, had all of the orders resent, and most likely had her keep the items that she had gotten that were busted. That's how 31 does it. And the extra items that were still randomly laying in the bag. But customer service makes a huge difference. You've got the great and then you've got the horrible. But what do people remember the most? They remember the bad. So we definitely don't want to stick out in anybody's memory as that bad consultant. So follow up.
Mariken's telling us about the bad. So if somebody were to say to Mariken, "Hey, I'm going to host a party with this girl," do you not think that Mariken would say, "Oh my gosh, I would think about that. Let me tell you about this other girl I have who's been really good"?
Yeah, I would totally recommend someone else. But we can learn from all of those good and those bad. So ladies, when we are talking about follow-up, let's talk about who to follow up with, when to follow up, and how to follow up. There's lots of ways to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Why consultants don't follow up? They don't want to appear pushy. It is not pushy checking on someone. Have you ever felt bad when someone called you and said, "Hey, I just wanted to check and make sure that you got your products and that you love it all"? No, you're excited to get that call, and you're probably happy to share about the things that you got. So don't feel as though you're feeling pushy. You're actually just giving good customer service. Sometimes people forget, y'all, we are so busy, and so we do forget. And so making a list and keeping up with your lists is a great way to make sure that you don't miss those follow-ups. Many individuals in direct sales have never had formal sales training, and that is so true, and that's why Beth and I do this. We want you all to know how to follow up and what's going to help your teams to continue to grow. So that's what these trainings are all about. They only check messages intermittently. So if you're only checking your text, your Facebook, your private messages and things every now and then you're probably going to miss an opportunity to follow up with a customer. So don't do that. Check every day.
Yes.
So follow-up has this formula. The formula is follow-up equals loyal customers. Loyal customers equal repeat customers. And that's what we want, repeat customers all day long. Repeat customers that recommend us.
Yes, referrals. Referrals are huge.
Yes, they are. Let's see. I have got something blocking part of mine, so I'm going to move this over here so that I can see the rest of it.
So how to follow up? In general, I try to follow up with a customer in the same method as which they contacted me. So some of my customers prefer to text, some prefer to Facebook message. Occasionally I have ones that prefer to email or actually pick up the phone. Whatever is their preferred method of communication is what I'm going to reciprocate back to them, even if it's not my favorite. I will text all day long, but I prefer not to speak on the phone if I don't have to. But for some of my older customers in particular, they would rather call, and that's fine. But you want to respond to them as quickly as you can. And if they have a problem, you really want to respond to them as quickly as you can. You want to make sure that they understand that you've heard them and that you understand their issue and that you're going to do everything you can to get it fixed. And whether it's something that 31 can fix on their end, like Mariken's example of a box getting busted up or something like that, obviously that's something that you'd have to take to home office. But there's other things that could happen that are things that you can actually address rather than bringing home office into it. If the customer asks about availability or specifications on a product, you want to make sure that you're responding as quickly as possible. The majority of the things a customer is going to ask you is information you can find. I mean, really, half of it is information you can find in the catalog. They just haven't looked or don't know where to look. So that's your job as a consultant, is to make that easier for them and give them the dimensions of the around town tote or whatever it is they're looking for. If for whatever reason you can't find it, take it to your team page, ask your upline. Somebody's going to be able to help you get the information that your customer is looking for. And if a potential customer has made any contact with you at all, the bottom line is follow up with them. Don't blow them off, even if they've not actually ordered from you before, even if they're just, like it says, a potential customer. You don't know what that could turn into. I had somebody contact me who, she texted me and she's like, well, I want to order a lunchbox. I'm like, okay. And she's like, well, should I give you my order or should I go online? I'm like, you know what, whatever's easier for you, it's all good, it doesn't matter. So she ended up going online and placing a retail order, but it was more than just a lunchbox. She ended up ordering like $575 worth of stuff. And so I texted her back, I'm like, hang on, you need to go cancel that order. You're going to call home office and cancel, and I'm going to give you a party link because you could have just gotten a whole bunch of free stuff. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you can be your own hostess. And had she approached me and said, hey, I want to order $500 worth of stuff, I would have told her that from the jump. But when she said, I need a lunch tote, I just figured, okay, she's ordering $25 worth of something. She can just go do that and it's all good. And I'll stick her in my customer follow-up system and send her, a little thank you. But she was so appreciative that I got back with her and told her, hey, you're getting $90 worth of free stuff. So let's go ahead and cancel that and let's fix this today so that you can get all your free stuff. So now she's ordered like twice, two, three more times from me since then. Not another $575, unfortunately, but because I went out of my way and got her the hookup for all that free. So it's those little things. It took me, 10 minutes to contact her and create this link, but she was super appreciative. So you want to go out of your way for your customers.
Absolutely. You ready for the next one, Beth?
I am so ready, Mariken.
Okay. I am getting a message from a customer at the same time, and I am sorry. When to follow up and who to follow up with. Text follow-up after the party. I love doing these text follow-ups after the party. They're super simple. You can say the same thing every time. We give you permission to say the same thing every time to every customer. It's okay. Just repeat, 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 but do it. You need to do it. It's very important. Postcard follow-up after the party. Vendor event follow-ups. I send a special text message to every single person that fills out my door prize slip at the vendor event. Text follow-ups with customers that have contacted you, maybe as a maybe as someone from home office leads or someone that you've met out, and you have their information. You can follow up with texts. Email follow-ups are great. Follow up after a customer purchases, always, always, always. And we're going to show you multiple ways to do that. Potential recruits, using the recruiting postcard system is a great way to follow up. How else do you all follow up? I'm going to unmute you for a second. Do you have a particular way that you like to follow up?
I'm curious about
No? So we're going to share some follow-ups with you all then. If you do have a way that you want to share, please just raise your hand and we will get back with you. Okay? All right.
Yeah. Well, we're going to give you a system that you can download and use, and it's easy.
Bunches of systems. So here is a text system that I use. Now, if you have an iPhone, there is an app called Groups that'll allow you to easily send these texts to multiple people. If you have an Android phone, there is a group called Mighty Text that will also allow you to send these follow-up texts to multiple people at one time. And it makes your follow-up so much easier, okay? So these are the texts. You can also send them individually if you would like, however works for you. But these are the follow-up texts that I send. So I send a red stamp text to my customers after every party. So if it's a brand new customer that I've never met before, then the one on the left is the one I would use. And it says, "Hi, it was such a pleasure to meet you. I had a wonderful time getting to know you. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I can't wait for you to receive your new 31 products. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me. I am giving them permission to contact me by doing this." I sent a picture with it as well. That way they kind of have me in mind as to who it was that's sending them this message. Because sometimes when you send a message by text, people are like, who the heck is this? So if you attach your picture to it, that really helps. So if it's a repeat customer, someone that I see often or have seen before, I will send this. "Hi, it was such a pleasure seeing you last night. I really enjoyed getting to know you better. I hope you had as much fun as I did." And then the rest is just exactly the same. I can repeat this same one over and over and over. Super simple and super easy way to follow up. And most of the time, this follow-up can lead to additional conversation. I have actually booked parties and increased orders by doing these follow-ups. Someone would say, "You know what? I meant to add this to my order last night and I forgot. Can you add it?" Absolutely. "You know, now that I'm the catalog, I think that I might want to have a party because my wish list is so long." "Well, let's get you on my calendar." These texts actually create conversation and can really help to grow your business, as well as making your customer feel really, really excited that they were at your party. So the postcard system, this is Beth's forte. She is the mastermind behind this, and I am going to let her take it away.
Awesome. I'm waiting for the screen to change. Okay. So this postcard system is something I came up with 2.5 years ago, maybe, and is initially when I started using it for my business. And basically, I identified a problem and I came up with a solution. And the problem was that I sucked at follow-up. I was doing an okay job with the initial thank you text or thank you Facebook message or whatever. But after that, it was pretty much, I went dark. They were not hearing from me other than the monthly newsletter that goes out from the company on our behalf. And I felt like I was not being a very good consultant. And so I kind of brainstormed and I thought, well, what do I want them to hear from me? What do I want them to know? And what I came up with was this series of 4 postcards. The first one is, and we'll show you the postcards in a second, but actually, yeah, we'll show you the first one in a second. I'll go through it then. But it's changed my business. I am so on top of this whole follow-up thing right now, like it's ridiculous. And it literally takes me maybe 10 minutes a week to do this. So it's not that I'm suddenly putting all this time and effort into follow-up. It's become this routine. And you guys, it's so, so, so simple. And we're going to give you a printable version. I order mine off Vistaprint because I go through a lot of them and I'm too lazy to print. So if you're printing it, you might add more than 10 minutes to your week. But I order off Vista, and I just, have them hanging up in my organizer. And if I notice I'm getting low, I order more. And it's just this cycle, and it's simple and it's fun, and my customers are getting it. They're responding to it. So it's totally doing what I wanted it to do. So the very first one, as soon as I close a party, or actually for me, Monday is mail day. Every Monday I update my customer postcards for anything that closed out in the previous week. So I'm working with 7 days at a time, typically. So today I sat down and did it, and most of them were not new customers last week, so I only had like 5 or 6 to do today. But it's basically a thank you for your order and an invitation to join my VIP group. That is the purpose of this very first postcard. And the back side of it has like all of my information on it. Like, no, it doesn't. My information is on the side on this one. I'm thinking of something else. So my info's on the side. You slap a address label and a stamp on the back side, and you're good to go. And I've seen a higher rate of people coming to join my customer group after the fact, like the ones that did not join during my Facebook party itself, or during my Facebook party leading up to my live party. Those people that didn't join then, I'm seeing an increase in people joining after because they're getting this postcard. So it's totally totally doing what I wanted it to do. Marican, can you flip?
There you go.
I don't have the controls.
I know, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I still love you.
Be nice if we could figure out a way where both of us can control slides.
I know. I don't know if that's an option.
I don't think it is.
Okay. I don't think it is either. So the second postcard goes out roughly a month after the first. And this is just basically all about, hey, hope you love your stuff. By the way, have you ever thought about hosting? So this is my hosting seed. And I do talk about my VIP hostess club that they can earn their way into. I just kind of give them like the upper level benefits. So this is about a month out. And then the third one.
Third one.
Thank you. The third one is about 2 months after their party. And that is, we have our 90-day warranty. And that was one thing that I identified was a big problem, was that I was not reminding customers about that 90-day warranty. And so I really wanted to make sure that they were aware of when the warranty was up, and that, hey, I don't anticipate you're going to have a problem, but if you do, I'm here for you. I'm here to take care of that for you. That's customer service. So this one, I have a spot where I write in their 90-day date so that they know that it's coming up. And a little caveat to this, I know I said I do mail every single Monday, but what I'm doing is when I'm doing that initial one that goes out, the Monday after their party closed, I'm also setting up the next 3 in the series. So I'm printing out 4 address labels for that customer and getting them put on the postcards. And then once a month, I mail that bulk of those postcards, which I'll grab them after we go through this. You can see my giant stacks. So at any given time, I've got these like binder clips of postcards that are going to go out. I've got the ones for September, I've got the ones for October, and I've got the ones for November, binder clips in my mail sorter ready to go. So they're not everybody's getting it exactly 4 weeks after the party. They're getting it sometime in the month following the party, and then sometime in the 2 months after the party, and so on. So this is just really a very big piece of your customer service, is making sure they have that 90-day warranty info in case they haven't even looked at the product yet, or in case they did rip it and they're like, oh, I haven't gotten around to it, it's in their pile. So that is something you definitely want to make sure, whether you use this system or not, that they're aware of.
Postcard 4.
Postcard 4.
It's apparently taking a second for it to come up on your end, right?
It is. That's okay. It always does. Zoom is always a little slow like that. So this was the last postcard in the series, and this is all about the business opportunity. So they've had me kind of drip marketing on them for 3 months in a row now. Plus, they're getting my monthly newsletter if I have their email address in my system. So they're hearing from me. They know who I am. They're most likely my VIP customer group at this point. Now I want to talk to them a little bit about the opportunity. So I'm just giving them kind of the lowdown. And this little 3 different ways to be a consultant thing is something I started maybe about a year and a half ago. And it's really piquing a lot of interest because I'm telling them from the get-go that you could just be a personal use consultant. Some people join just because they want the discount. I'm kind of like making that okay, because there are people that have thought about this, but they're like, oh my God, I don't want to do parties. What if I can't go out every night and do all this and blah, 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 blah. So I'm making it okay for them if they're somebody that just wants to do this on a very, very, very part-time level. And then I tell them more about part-time consultant and full-time consultant and how they could make a little bit of extra money, make car payments, or they could actually replace a full-time income with this if they wanted to. So that little breakdown, that has nothing to do with the follow-up system necessarily, but it's something that has been working well for me for about a year and a half. So. Oh, is that the last slide, really?
It looks like that was the last slide. I thought we had more, but apparently not.
I thought we had more too. Yeah. Well, let me.
So our texting system and our postcard follow-up system, and just great ways to really keep in touch with your customers. You know what, Beth? Did you show them on your wall behind you how you put your mailings in?
I do. I miss these snap pockets, but I have my snap pockets that used to be available labeled week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and future. And every month, like I just put my September in there today because I pulled out the week 4 of August and stamped it and have it, ready to roll. But I sort everything. I write a date in the corner of all my little things. That most of that is team Happy Mail, just FYI, because my team gets Happy Mail when they first join too. So all that is sorted and ready to go for September. And then future has stuff in it like this. This is postcards that are going out. These ones are for October. So they're just binder clipped together. They're going to go out, all of them, on October 16th. And that day, I'll just stamp them and stick them out with that day's mail. And then I have ones for November and ones, actually, I just started December today. So there's only a few of those. But so that's my system. It literally, you guys, 10 minutes, literally 10 minutes. That's it. Once you kind of get the hang of it, just like anything, you want to make a habit. It takes a little time to kind of get in the groove of it. But once you do, it really does not take you a ton of time. And I personally feel like I'm so much more organized with my business having the system in place.
I love that system, and I'm working on it. Mine didn't actually make it into the hanging file folders, but mine are in folders that stay in my bag because you know me, I have a traveling business. Beth has a business at her office. Mine goes with me. And it's so my system actually stays in a medium utility tote with my file folders, and I actually have ordered my postcards, which I know Beth will be so surprised.
I feel like, didn't I design those for you like a year and a half ago?
Well, I'm only a little behind.
Okay, just checking, just wondering. All good.
I ordered some. I have to put one thing in place at a time, and then after it's running smooth, I move on to the next thing. So, the hostess system started first, and then we moved to the recruiting system, and now we're doing the follow-up system. So.
Awesome.
Vistaprint often puts out these 50% off all of the items on their page, and that is how I actually managed to get the last ones ordered. I got all of my postcards ordered for 50% off, and I ordered 500 of each just to get started because we have lots of customers, and it's amazing to see how many are out there. But ladies, these follow-up systems will make such a difference in your business, and they will bring customers back to you. So do any of you all have any questions? We're going to unmute you and let you ask away. Okay, now I hear someone's TV, so if you don't mind turning the TV down.
I had like past emotional abuse or like verbal abuse, so I didn't realize how much trigger words could like impact.
All right, well, I guess there are no questions. All right, ladies, if there are no questions, thank you all for joining us. We do have one quick thing we need to tell you about before we go.
Hey, can you mute everybody real quick first?
I can't seem to find the one that's making the noise there for some reason. Okay.
Perfect.
There we go. I think I got them. Okay, so tomorrow night, ladies, we have decided to do an opportunity event for you all. Beth and I have put this together, and it is the very end of our dollar enrollment period. So we want to make sure that we reached out to you all and helped you to recruit all of those ladies that might be interested in joining during this dollar enrollment. I mean, this is the best time to join. So we have posted the event on our team pages. Please go and say you're going to the event, and then after, invite one person. Once you've invited the person, go in and welcome them to the event so that we know that they're there and that you invited them. This will be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, so be on the lookout for that. We're
On
really
Facebook.
excited about it. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity for you.
Yes. It is on Facebook. I have put a post up in the team page that if you want to be invited, just comment on that post. I think Marie has done the same thing in her group as well. So if you want us to add you, comment on that thread and we can get you added in, and then you can then add your potentials in.
I invited all of my team, but they're still having a hard time. So comment and I will re-invite you, because I know Susan has been trying and trying to get the link to work and it wouldn't work. So, so just comment below and we'll add you. Okay. All right, ladies, y'all have a blessed evening. We will try to get this recording up to you all as soon as my computer finishes uploading. So it'll probably be by tomorrow evening. Don't expect it before then because things kind of upload slow around here. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for joining us. Bye, ladies.
Bye, guys. Thank you.